Well, we meet again. Now, this is a brand new Lego project, and I haven't done a Lego project in quite a while. And the last Lego project I did was this and this. Oh yeah. Who remembers these projects? Now, these projects were released on YouTube Shorts, and I will also make a long form video before I release this video. Now, I do have my wireless microphones on again because I was recording outside yesterday and I needed one on. I put these ones on and then it sounded a little bit better. And if I don't hold one and they just stay here, they sound decent. But anyway, enough that to the side. These two projects will have a future long form video soon. So I'll just put one back up here to be honest. But as it stands right now, now to be able to go ahead and build the Lego safe, I'm going to be building it with using this grey base plate board and this green base plate board. As you can see, the grey, you put one side by side and then you realise that the green base plate board and the grey base plate board, they're not the same size, no. But these are good boards because this is how big I'm going to make the safe. And I might actually try and build the safe within here, but then if I want to double layer it or something like that, I can use the green one. But first things first, we need to find some Lego. Now, luckily enough, I was looking inside this Lego box because I haven't actually looked in this Lego box for quite a while, and I know I have because of the extension lead underneath the bed. Yeah, it was sat on top of it, and it's collected a little bit of dust. This is where it was sitting, and there's a little bit of dust right there. Now you can see that I've emptied it quite a lot, and there's basically nothing in here now, to say the least. And came down to the conclusion that I found all of this junk. Well, I found all of this spare Lego in here that I looked at all this Lego and I was like, I can't see myself using these again. So without further ado, let's actually go ahead and start to disassemble these bits of Lego, because to say the least, this is the actual Lego train that I have. It's half filled up, and then this is my blue and white bricks. It's barely full, and this thing is supposed to be full to the brim. It's crazy. So without further ado, let's disassemble all of this Lego in here, and then we'll organise it back into these two drawers. So then we can build a new project out of it. Oh yeah, let's go. So yeah.
This is where I wanna be. So sweet to me. This is where I wanna be. On up with you. So sweet to me. This is where I wanna be. On up with you. Supersonic, we're on fire. Rockin' love alive. On up with you. Rockin' love alive.
Oh my god, that's a lot of Lego. That's outrageous, the amount of Lego. It's literally outrageous, the amount of Lego that I've gotten out of all of that. It's right here. It's crazy. And all of this will possibly be used inside the new project, to say the least, but it's time to put one back in their respectful homes now. Oh yeah. Oh my god, okay, now we're talking. That's a lot of Lego. You can see this is completely empty now, and we've filled up this one pretty much really quite nicely, and we've filled this one to the top. I'm just gonna put it down. That is crazy talk right there. Okay, now, knowing that we have Lego inside the actual Lego tray itself, and the actual 2x4 Lego tray as well, it's time to start building this case. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. And I'm just gonna start to build a box and see what happens. I mean, technically speaking, no one's home, so I don't actually need to close the door, but nevertheless, I'm still closing the door if it's not recording. Okay, nevertheless, that might not actually be done. But let's continue building. So far we've gotten up to here, and I've actually managed to find a little bit of extra base plates because we're the actual, because this is going to go in there. It might go in there, it might not, but either way that's where the safe is, and then that's obviously where the safe is not. Alright, continue building. Okay, so I think that is going to be the gap between the door, which is one right here, meaning that it will be taking over 3 of these entire blocks. But I just need to put some stoppers on the end, to say the least. But yeah, this is going to be, so this right here is going to be where the mechanisms are going to go, and then this bit right here is going to be where the actual safe is. Now, to say the least, we are actually going to use some motors and stuff like that. Now, obviously, these are basic motors and stuff like that, but I can always figure out how to do that in the sense of a keypad or something like that to actually open the door and unlock it or something like that. Now, now we basically need to continue building up, and then we notice that we're on the exact same amount of bricks that we were originally at the start. Fine. But before we go ahead and continue building, I think now we've got to figure out where everything sits. Yeah, because bear in mind there might actually need to be some Technic beams, although this is actually really quite sturdy and strong to be honest, but still, I think there might be needing to be more Technic beams, and also the fact is that it's all white and blue. It's like, come on. This front is red, and I like that the fact that this is red, and then everything else is just the same old boring colours. Let's change it up a bit, and give it some more texture design and everything. And yeah, nevertheless, we do need to add some Technic beams, obviously, to mount the motors properly. So, yeah, what fun that's going to be. Okay, so here's my thinking for the first design. As you can see, there's a little tiny hole insert thing here. You grab one of your 2x4s, and you push it in, and then once it's in, it will unlock. Obviously I can go further down the line, but at the moment this is all what I've got at the moment. Okay, so I've come down to the conclusion now, but anyway, to say the least, this is what the project is at the moment, but I kind of realised something. I've basically just made a drawer, so I put that in, and then I realised, oh yeah, I might need to put that in. This is a drawer. You open it, and then you can close it. That's not a cupboard. That's not how a safe is. So I basically need to get rid of this bit, and then actually put it here. And so the genius idea is now, this wall right here needs to be 1 block thick, like 1 block thin here, whilst this needs to come out like possibly around about 4 blocks thick. So, and then it's an actual safe door, and then this needs to come out, so it's only 1 block thick as well, but nevertheless, keep this bit sticking out. So this sticks out here, but and then all the slot doesn't. Alright, I'm going to do that now, and then yeah. The door. Yes, you heard me correct. This is the door. Now, you can see it's 5 studs tall this on this side, whilst on this side it's 6 studs. That's why. But nevertheless, it's because this wall has to be like literally only a bit 1 stud wide, and whilst this side is obviously 2. Now, when you place it like that, I've just got to now figure out how to connect this side onto this side, because you can see this side is all nice and good, to say the least. And then it's just a situation where it has to be hinged like that. Now, to say the least as well, you might have seen that it's connected into these bits at the top, the bottom, and the middle. It actually has some connecting bits, and then look, there's smooth plates on these bits, and then there's smooth plates on these bits. Well, it's because I'm thinking about to shove in some 2x4 bricks behind there, and then it actually, generally speaking, comes out along this side and latches onto it on this side, to say the least. But obviously that has to be 1 block thin, and then now I actually think about it, I need to modify this piece to be precise, and then it only locks within those pieces. So this can actually turn back into 2 studs wide, and then this column will be studs, no studs, studs, no studs, and then there will be studs back on this one. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this project. But at least we have a door. Yes, we have a door, and then obviously we've got 2 red bricks there, 2 red bricks there. It's kind of like some type of logo or something like that, and then it's just white. Nevertheless, I did obviously have to ruin some white bricks that were casually sitting on the back of the case, but right now I'm trying to focus on the front of the case and the back of the case because it has a door on this side. Yeah. Okay, so this is where this project is at the moment, and as you can see, we have the door, and because of the fact there's positions here and here, you can see I've mirrored it, so it's here and here. Now, hang on a minute, I need to put that there. Okay, so, but yes. So when the pieces come in, they actually come in like that, and then there you go, the door is locked, to say the least, because this will be running through the whole entire thing, and then once it sticks out down that side, once it will lock itself into place, and you can see it won't open it until you slide that, get the right pin code, and it will be able to slide out. At the moment it gets stuck, to say the least, but yeah. Aren't these pins? So this is the hinge I'm working on, but I think these are hinges. So if I put one on that side, which will actually do something, whilst on me putting one on that side, that will barely do anything. If I slide that down, oh my god, they are. Yes, that's real nice. I have a handle on it. Okay, the project is coming along quite nicely. I've just added 2 locks in, and I was going to move the door a little bit more further down until I realised that I was going to sort out the hinging mechanism, and then I did, and now it works, the hinging mechanism and everything, and then you kind of just saw there, yeah, this thing's locked. I can't get into it, to say the least. Now, if you go ahead and realise that there's 2 Technic beams, but if you slide this across, then you can see that unlocks. That's the one that I just did like 10 minutes ago, but the one I just did like 5 minutes ago is this bottom one, which only until you unlock the bottom one, it can then open the door, and then you can close it, and then you can lock it by using the top one, because it's easier to use the top one, and then you can lock it with another one at the bottom, if I can get the bottom one in, because I know that that's not in, because I made this myself, because I'm a genius. Okay, that does not actually want to go in. Did I just realise that I've just had to set myself a problem? Okay, I'm gonna unlock that.